This is the end of June and our summer has been a bit late in coming. Normally the irises bloom in the first week in June, same as in Japan. This is Iris ensata, which is Japanese iris. I'm very proud of these because we grew these from seed and I keep collecting the seeds every year and I sow them year after year. When I used to go to Japan in the first week in June, we always used to enjoy seeing the irises. And I was told that by the Japanese that they planted near water, not because they're water-loving plants, but because they're near the water, you get double your money. You see the reflection in the water. So the irises are normally planted in water in Japanese gardens for that reason. That's one of the reasons. So I'm planting some more irises in this bed, and I'm also taking the chance to clear the pond. And you can see that all this blanket weed and all sorts of things has to come out. I normally work here in the evenings, but in recent years, my colleagues tell me not to work on my own because should I fall in the water and drown, there wouldn't be any Peter Chan left. So it's that reason why I'm working during the daytime when the staff are around. So I've been going in there, cleaning out the pond. I really enjoy doing it. And all this was water at one point, and this plant is called Ponditera. It's got blue flowers, and these are bulrushes. So there are all sorts of interesting plants here. And I have to clear it from time to time, because if I don't clear it, then this pond will eventually get so full of plants that the fish will not be able to swim. Oh God, I nearly fell in. And look at that. You see, this is what I get out of the pond. All that has been got out of the pond. We put this on a compost heap to grow into compost. And there's a lot of this about. And as I say, you physically have to go in and cut it out. So if you follow me around, there are more irises. These are all self-sown seedlings, believe it or not. They have just grown from seeds that have fallen into the soil. But in recent years, the last 3 or 4 years, I've been collecting the seeds. I leave the flowers to bloom, and then when they set seed, I collect the seed and I sow it from next year. And I've already got some plants which are 2-year-old plants from seed, and I'm going to plant more of it. And look at all these water lilies. I'm going to offer it to friends in the UK or who live near me. If anyone wants plants, they can come here to have these water plants, because we don't sell them. I did buy them, but if you were to buy them, it would cost quite a little bit. So I'm just thinning it out, because if I didn't thin it out, there won't be any pond left. And I've just noticed there are more irises growing here, self-sown seedlings. And that area was once just water, but it has grown so prolifically that there's hardly any water left. So this is going to take some time to clear. See, all this gunge has to come out. If you were to buy these plants, each plant costs about £5. So there's quite a lot of it. So I'm offering it to those of our friends who live nearby. They can have it for free. Look at all that. Masses and masses of it. Look at all these plants. And there's a willow there. Jack, if you can pass it to me, I'll just show you. This is how we propagate willow. I just throw the branches into the water, into the pond, and look at the roots. This is only about 2 or 3 weeks, and I've got a rooted plant. So I'm going to plant this, and this is how we make more and more of our willow cuttings and bonsai. There are so many interesting plants here that I can't even remember the names of all of them. But so what I'm doing here is literally clearing it out. This stuff is called blanket weed. It's literally like a blanket. And it is good in a way because it's an oxygenating plant. It produces oxygen for the water. But because there's so much of it, it looks a bit of a mess. But I have to keep some because the fishes hide underneath this. Our nursery is not called Herons, not for nothing, because we have a lot of herons here. And when the herons come here, they catch the fish. And with the stuff around, this blanket weed, they hide underneath, so they evade the herons. So there you go. It's going to take me the rest of this afternoon, and you can see all the muck that comes out. This is the unsightly part, but we've got to do it, otherwise the pond becomes a mess. So I have to do the, nasty chores as well. So there's quite a lot of work still to do. So this is just a short little video of what else I do at Herons. So we don't just grow bonsai, we grow plants generally, including water plants. And this is our pride and joy. And you take a look at the irises at the end. Irises here. I'm going to plant irises all around the edges so that in June we will have a wonderful display of iris. So there you go.